Hi everyone. This is a beginning vocabulary video for when you start geometry. And most of the slides here have the answers on them already, but I just want to go over a few things. So basically, we have three undefined terms. Undefined term means a word without a definition, and that's point, line, and plane. So a point has no dimension, and it's represented by a dot. So there's a picture of that. A line has two dimensions, and it's represented by two arrowheads like this. So you just draw the arrowheads. A plane has two dimensions. No, line has one dimension, sorry. Line has one dimension, and it's represented by, let's see, a line with two arrowheads. We went over that. Okay, so through any 2 points, there is exactly one line. You can use any 2 points on the line to name it. So I can name this as line AB. So I can do AB. Or I could say it's line BA. So I could do this, BA. Or, because there's an L there, I can just say it's line L. So there's 3 ways to name that. All right. A plane has two dimensions. It's represented by a shape that looks like a floor or a wall, but extends without end. So through any 3 points not on the same line, there is exactly one plane. You can use 3 points that are not on the same plane, on the same line, to name a plane. All right, so basically, you can use any of the 3 points that are not on the same line to name the plane. So we can name this M, because that's just M. Or you can say plane ABC. All right. I just wanted to go over this. This right here is 3 dimensions. That's space, and that's what we live in. So basically, if I draw a little, I can't draw very well, but so that would be 3 space, and you would have a X, Y. So this might be your X, Y, and this would be your Z. All right, so that just distinguishes that. All right. Collinear points lie on the same line. Coplanar points lie on the same plane. So if I have collinear points, I'll draw a line and put 2 points on them. So those 2 points, say A and B, are collinear. And then on a plane, you might have 3 points A, B, C. So we just do A, B, and C. Okay, these are defined terms. They can be used describing known words. And usually we use the words that we did before, the undefined terms, which are point, line, and plane. So we have line segments. So a line segment would look like this with 2 points, say A and B. So these are 2 endpoints. A ray consists of an endpoint, say A, and then you can write it like this and put a B somewhere on it. All right? Opposite rays would be like if you have 3 points, we can call this A, B, And let's put this as M. So this would be opposite ray. So this ray AM, is opposite ray MB. And intersections is the intersection of two or more geometric figures is a set of points that figures have in common. So for the intersection of two lines, that intersection would be 1 point, and the intersection of two planes would be a line. All right, and here's something here you can see. There's a figure here, and we need to give other names for LN. So that's the line LN. So we can call it LM or line B. And for the plane Z, so this is plane Z, these points lie on the same line, so they're collinear. And points L, M, N, and P lie on the same plane, so they're called coplanar. So collinear and coplanar. All right, here's some more information, and we have a postulate, axiom, a theorem, a rule that can be proved, a coordinate. Usually it's like, say you have coordinate F, which would be your X and Y, but we call it F. And congruent segments is line segments that have the same length. So if we look at this little example here, it's already done for you. So we plotted 1, 2, 3, 4 coordinates. So there's your coordinates word. 4 coordinates. And then we connected them. And we have a horizontal segment. And we want to find the length of those. So if we find the length of FG, we are measuring the X values. All right, and so when you measure that, take the absolute value of 4 minus -1, because distance has to be positive, and you get 5. And then you can do the vertical one here and do the same thing. It's already been done for you. Since FG and HJ have the same length, that means they are congruent. FG is congruent to HG. That means line segments that have the same length. All right. Here's some more defined terms. This is a line, a segment, and a ray right there. And we're going to go over this a little bit. If you have, for example, I'll just do this, J, L, and this is K, and this length is 15, and this length is 38, then to find the length of KL, you subtract. You have 38 minus 15, which equals 23, because 23 plus 15 is 38. All right. Another thing that you just add the distances here. So we want to add, to find the distance from our starting point to our destination, you're going to add the starting point to the rest area plus the rest area to the destination. So that's going to equal 64 plus 87, and that equals 151. And finally, and that's it, I guess. So I want to go over one more thing real quick. let's say you have A, B, and a line here. This is x, and this is x plus 3. And if you have to solve for x, and this length here is, say, 31, then you have to solve for x. What you would do is you would add x plus 3, and that equals 31. So you get 2x plus 3 equals 31. You subtract 3 from both sides, and you will get 2x equals 28. So you divide both sides by 2. You get x equals 14. And that's what we'll be doing in class, next class. All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.